Welcome to the Black Eye Barber Show. Yes, we've come protected and ready.
You have.
Do you think I look like a robber?
I don't know what you look. I do think you look like something, but not a robber. But it's probably best I don't say.
Richard Poxon, Anthony Crolla. Oh,
And
I'm Johnny Nelson.
we don't know who this is.
Yeah, you don't know who this is.
Right then, gang. What's been happening this week? Only news is there's no news. Every single show cancelled for the foreseeable future. No dates in the bag, no nothing. Everything gone.
Olympics, that's gone. So that affects future, future sort of stars
The
that are going
next
to come
cycle,
through.
yeah.
The
Things have
next
more
cycle.
or less been postponed for like a year, 2 years.
A year, good 12 months.
Yeah.
I was saying, Johnny, before you come, you know what's hard there? We had Galal Yafai, Peter McGrail who qualified. I mean, I don't know about those two, but there's going to be lads there now who are, to hold that weight for an extra 12 months, are going to find it tough.
Yeah, more mature
And that,
ones.
yeah, and that could be the difference between medaling, winning a gold medal, and not at all. We've seen that, so I feel massively for them. And people say, "Oh, it's not a bad position to be in, qualified for Olympics." But if you tie out the weight an extra 12 months, it's going to be hard. That.
Oh yeah, are they going to be able to? Do you think someone will fall away and say I can't do it?
I won't rule it out. I mean, they're on a great number there. I want to say a great number. They have to work very hard, but with the GB set up, the funding and stuff like that, but it's going to dishearten a lot of fights.
Sorry about that, and it's just Johnny's guard dogs just attacking the set. Jeff, come here.
Gee!
It's
He's not interested.
but yeah, it's.
Do you think some might? Cause you look like
Yeah,
back to Frankie Gavin and people like that who suddenly come back weight.
If there's the qualifiers are still going, and do you know what this could be the difference in?
Pros and amateurs, it could be the difference.
Yes,
because I might think,
totally.
you know what, I'm not hang about anymore. I'm going to turn pro.
That, but if there's two lads competing at the weight, one's doing it a bit easier. The other fighter, the other fighter, it's one of them where they're like, do you know what? I don't know if I've got this in me for another 12 months to fight with these scales.
But it's financial implication as well, isn't it? Because if you go and turn pro with a medal, is a huge difference to just saying I'm turning pro off GB squad.
But you know what? So everybody will have that dream of getting that medal, and I know they'll have lottery funding money to live up. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. Will they give them an incentive to stay amateur?
But if you can't physically make weight, John, what do you do?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And listen, we can make anybody can make the weight. It's a case of will you perform to the best of your ability. So it's a case of how much you want, what you want. So again, I think you may see some wins when you wouldn't have expected when the Olympics does take place, and some losses when you least expected.
Yeah.
What kid you think are going to be tightest then?
To be honest, I'm not clued up on. I mean, I know the GB squad, super tight squad, but I'm not too clued up on how tight they are at the weight. I actually asked one of the lads. They scrapped the 60 kilogram division. And I asked. I know the McCormacks. They said they're good at the weight. Pat, who's probably our best for a gold. Yeah, I think they look good. He says no, they're all right. He says they're all right. So that's great to hear because both brothers, the big medal hopes, aren't they? So you'd have to the lads who've qualified already. You've got to see them as a thing. I know McGrail's been there a bit, but hopefully he's sound. Hopefully he's sound. Bit unbelievable fighter. And do you know what? I don't think it's given enough credit. The Yafai family. I don't know if I said this last week, but they're allowed to qualify. Gamal, what he's done as a professional, and obviously what Carl's done. That's some family. That's some family.
Achievement. It's incredible, isn't it?
Ben, talk to us about boxing. What is happening? What is not happening?
There's nothing's not happening right now. You know what's going on. Corona's going on right now. Do you understand that? I'm getting grey and everything, and it's sad because we got to look at this Corona thing very serious, man. It's very serious.
I think it affects every aspect of everybody in the world, rich or poor, athlete, non-athlete. It's a proper leveler.
I know, but Johnny, you're looking like Dick Turpin.
Whatever, I'm safe.
Brother, the distance, that don't look like 2 meters to me.
Well, of course it's 2 meters, it's the camera angle.
Nah, mate, and one of you's got it. That's what I'm telling you, man. Richard Poxon always looked like he's had something anyway, but to say that it's true. Yeah. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm keeping it 100. Richard Wayne.
Go on, go on, tickle you. As long as you're laughing, that's the main thing.
Nah, you know what? It's sad, but it's things like this, like on getting your interviews out, still talking boxing. You guys, that's serious. Cause trust me, I'm not coming out my house for love nor money, mate. All I do is I go in the garden and play with the kids.
Let's talk a bit of boxing then. What two? I know you're close to Dylan. We're going to talk about this later on in the show. Dylan and Ruiz are getting at it on social media. What's your take on all that?
I think it's good, and I find it very entertaining because we're it's like the social hub right now is things like what you guys do on YouTube, and you've got so many other shows that are out there. You know what I mean? Not boasting about my fight is right, the dog's bollocks. But what I'm trying to say is like,
it just needs a couple of good presenters on it. That'll be all right.
Yeah, for real. You know what I mean? I like how you've got the diversity there as well. Johnny's outnumbered.
Hey, I'm actually not. That's right. You see that? There's a few more black hands in the room.
Johnny. He just doesn't watch because he's scared of this corona business.
So what do you think? Why are they arguing, Dillian and Ruiz? They're not going to box. What's the point? What's up with them?
It's egos to do with one thing, and not only that, but we know that they did offer Ruiz a substantial amount of money, which he turned down. But come on, man, you know that Ruiz's passion for boxing gone out as soon as he beat Ali Joshua and got that fat check. And then I heard that the Mexican cartel look after him as well, so he's going to be in the next Narcos, right? So he ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? He's good.
When you say substantial amount of money, I don't think it could have generated anything like enough to bring him here.
Yeah, but what do you think? Because you're in with Al Heyman, you're in there like swimwear rich. So what do you think Al Heyman can pay him now after, and like his two biggest paydays, and it's no disrespect, were not actually with Al Heyman. The two biggest paydays came off of the back of Eddie Hunt. So what's he gonna do now?
He's got to be on. He's got to be on at that weight coming off them two Joshua fights. He's got to be looking for $4 or $5 million a fight.
Why? Who's going to pay him that money?
Don't get accusatory. You asked me, and I'm telling you.
Did you hear that word? Accusatory. I like that word. Accusatory.
Yeah, don't be using that. But what would him against Dillian generate, Spence? Seriously, what would that generate? So it sells out O2, that's £1 million, that pays for all undercard and all other stuff. What does that generate on pay-per-view? So say he does 300,000 buys, that's £3 million in pot, some other bits and bats. What are they going to do? Split £3 million and have $1.5 million each? You're not going to get Ruiz to go from 8 mil to 15 mil to 2 mil. It's just not going to happen. He'd probably rather not. He'd probably not. Do you know what? I know he sounds bad, but he'd probably rather not box.
Yeah, and but the thing about it is this: I would still like to see him. You know what I mean? I can't knock the fact Dillian Whyte versus Perfecting is a very, very good fight if it happens on a day that it's meant to be happening. That is still a very good fight. You know what I mean? It is. You'd want to watch that because you know what you're going to get with that fight because that's a good fight. But the reason being is because Dillian Whyte is so eager to try and get back in there with Anthony Joshua. If he could get one up on Anthony Joshua and say, I did a better performance against Ruiz than what you did, then it's like extra brownie points for him. So I think he's looking at it that way. But what fights are out there? He was chasing Deontay Wilder for the longest time. The fight didn't happen, right? Subsequently, Deontay Wilder got beat hands down by Tyson Fury in a rematch. So what else is there for him to do? I actually feel sorry for Dillian Whyte, to tell you the honest truth. So, and I'm glad that him and Ruiz are bantering back and forth with each other because I think that's good for the sport.
You know now, Spence, with Dillian now, the biggest fight out there for him, Joshua and Fury aside, it probably is Andy Ruiz. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course it is.
Ruiz is the biggest fight now for him, isn't it?
It is, but the thing about it is this, it's like Ruiz is still coming off of a loss. So it's like, it's one of them ones, but...
I don't know. He's coming off a loss, but a 12-round world title fight, it's not worse loss in
However,
world,
and you mentioned the brownie points. If Dillian beats Ruiz, it almost, because the WBC thing's not happening anytime soon, is it? Does it then force another Joshua fight?
I don't know if you saw Eddie Hearn on his Instagram live yesterday with Dylan White. He said, "Yeah, I could get you two to fight," and like Dylan was all up for it and all the rest of it. I'd be very, very interested in seeing those guys fight again because Dylan has improved a lot.
Yeah, massively.
So was Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Even though Anthony Joshua is now learning the game of boxing now. He's learning the sport of boxing now. He's learning, to become a defensive fighter. He's learning ring generalship on certain things. But before, I don't think he was learning that. I think before it was like seek and destroy.
But the thing is now, it's show business, and the business will clearly make the decision in this. So if it's better business for Anthony Joshua to get in with Dylan White, that's where they'll go. I for us here in the UK, it's great, it's massive. For Anthony Joshua worldwide, would they give Dylan White the credit where it's due to say, get this guy in there, give him the respect, and get him in the mix? That's the question for us. Yeah, of course it would. It's a case of who else would you? What other name is out there, bar Wilder, bar Fury, to put in with Anthony Joshua? That makes you sit up in your seat.
Definitely Dillian. Dillian's the only other one, isn't it?
There is no one else. It should be Dylan White. So Dylan White should get a shot. Fingers crossed that he does get that shot. But first of all, we got to beat Corona first, mate.
And are we in fear of ignoring Alexander Usyk, who's his WBO mandatory challenger?
Listen, man, Alexander Usyk's got to get past. Alexander Usyk's got to get past Chisora. That's not an easy proposition. And gentlemen, on that note, I've got to go and feed my children. I ain't got easy life like you lot. Yeah, for real. That's right. I'm under the pump. That's right. You see my beautiful wife, Johnny. I don't want no trouble. All right? Andy, enjoy your retirement, mate. You know what I mean? Because you know what? For somebody retired, you still look in shape. You ain't putting no weight or anything else. Johnny Nelson's going out Robin later on today. Richard Poxon, you stay as beautiful as ever. Take care. God bless, gentlemen.
See you later, man.
So also in the news this week, our friend from earlier on, Billy Joe Saunders. So this week, apart from Alvarez fight, is it or is it not happening? Apparently he decided he's seen somebody were ill. So he's rung up his trainer, Ben Davison, I think Josh Taylor and some other boxer. He's rung Delta Airlines up and said that they've got coronavirus. They've been dragged off flight.
Some comedians when they go on stage, they'll tell jokes that are really close to the bone or politically incorrect, just to get a little giggle on. Billy's one of those guys where he'll do something and you'll be thinking, no. But this, I heard. I know he sent a couple of voicemail messages back and forth. And you couldn't. I'm quite sure we'll hear it, and we'll get it in the show. And you hear it, you think, what an idiot. Yeah. But he's obviously he doesn't take life too serious. He's trying to make the most of it.
But I think me and Ant were saying, can you imagine if they'd have took it more seriously, Delta, and gone, right, that's caused massive disruption. You're on no-fly list for 12 months in the United States. Can you imagine the ramifications?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So those kind of things. Billy's the kind of
character. Does he just not care? Is he just not bothered?
I don't think he does care.
I don't think he cares. And I think there's a couple of things that have happened in his life where you think that's just too close to the bone.
Yeah. If he thinks it's funny at the time, he doesn't seem to be that button where he thinks, just before I
there's
do
no
this.
Filter, is there?
Yeah.
No.
Before I do this, shall I, Sean? It's just bang.
There's no filler. We're seeing the phone call when we were talking about the Canelo fight, about whether he's getting strung along or not. We've seen the phone call.
Yeah.
It was
he didn't seem too stressed.
Yeah, he wasn't stressed about it whatsoever.
That's just the kind of guy. That's his character. That's just the kind. Money's not his god. So as he said, when he talks about the money that's involved in the Canelo fight, he's basically saying, look, pay me what I'm to get. I don't have to chase that. Money's not my god. So it's a good attitude to have. Sometimes his jokes are a little close to the bone, but
no one can get on his back though, can they? Because a lot of people haven't been taking it serious.
Yeah, that's right. And so
the memes and all of that type of stuff. So you can't say.
And listen, I think deep down everybody knows how serious the situation is, but it's a case of are you going to make it make your life great, or are you just going to just having a bit of a laugh and a joke about it?
So also headlines this week. It surprised me really, because I thought, from what I were hearing, it'd go away and end up in court. Is Tyson Fury allegedly settled his court case with McKenzie?
What a romance! Those two together were pretty tight when they were together.
Well, they called each other Jerry Maguire, didn't they? They said it was a Jerry Maguire story.
They had some great times, didn't they? Great times, and I think it's I think like most things, it's best settled out of court, isn't it? So hopefully now they move out, they shook hands, they move on.
Yeah, do you think they will have shook hands? I doubt it.
Sure.
Yeah, I doubt that they shook hands. But no, it just surprised me because I just thought where Tyson was and like obviously his earnings and everything now, and he obviously felt aggrieved in it. I thought that might rolled on and he might have gone and battled it.
Hennessy's like Teflon, so he's always been in the peripherals. He's always been there about, and for some reason, he's just never been that main man.
Yeah.
He was involved with Carl Froch. Remember the World Champions he's been involved with?
Yeah,
Eubank Junior, Gale,
exactly.
Froch, Barker.
The class of 2002. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
some great
yeah.
fights. Barker
Dave
was one of them,
Walker,
Dave
Miga.
Walker. And O'Donnell was one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Some great
someone
shows,
like
yeah.
someone like many promoters, he's managed to break through that circle that especially the UK when it comes to promoters in regards to Eddie Hearn and in regards to Frank Warren, he's managed to but it was always something that's tripped him and the fighter's relationship up.
I think it's opportunity, isn't it? A lot of it's opportunity. I think he had a show on. I think it was this weekend, wasn't it? It was for the British lightweight title. Craig Richards versus Chad Sugden.
Yeah.
Tough. That would have been a great
Yeah.
fight. He had the draw with. How did he have the draw with?
So you've got to give Hennessy credit for one, getting the TV days.
Yeah.
How many promoters are
He's
there?
tenacious, isn't he?
Got
He's
Richards,
tenacious.
Shakan Pitters.
Yeah.
Shakan Pictures and
Yeah.
something.
He's tenacious, isn't he? He always bounces back, Nick. He
Yeah.
always bounces back and finds something.
And I'm quite sure he'll do it again.
But when he's sat there now, when you think of what Fury said about him and the relationship and watching what Tyson's done now, somebody must kill him, wouldn't it? You know?
Well, he's probably used to it because
he's
probably used to it because the same thing happened with him and Froch.
Froch and
You look at the money Froch has earned and the mixing, and then all of a sudden it's kind of the relationship broke down like he and Froch's relationship did.
So when he told me that when they did that press conference when Fury went back with Frank, when Fury went with Frank and Mick were involved in press conference, Mick was saying to some at press after, this is brilliant. Me and Frank are going to be working together. We're going to work really closely together, and you think there's only one way that's going to go, and that's going to end up with you.
Just you know what? Maybe he's just naive. Maybe he's just naive.
But I think at that time he had nowhere else to go with it, so he probably had to do a deal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's hopefully now, like you say, hopefully they'll have met on set, shook hands, and move on with a smile on the face.
Let's see what Hennessy comes back with next.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's
I know
going to
still
bounce
works
back,
for
he
Yui,
will.
doesn't he? Still works for Yui.
Yeah, so
Yui's a good one away from
well, does
a
he?
big
Because he's
fighter.
ready now. Does he? His time.
No,
does
Mick
Mick
definitely
at
still works.
shows?
Yeah, he's still there. Remember after.
Well, what
Becky
usually
Park was
sees
on
it's
the
a
card
matter of
and going back
time
to
before
the
that breakaway happens. Then it's happened with Frank. It's happened with Eddie. That breakaway eventually happens.
I think
Peter and
Yui
Mick seem
Peter,
pretty close,
Peter
don't
and
they?
Mick seem close. So I think that'll definitely stay.
Talking of Tyson Fury, there were another exposing mail this weekend. And this case that we spoke about last week with James, when we were saying, do you think they've got more with this farmer?
The wild boar.
Yeah, and the wild boar that never was. There's more come out this weekend. So apparently this weekend's episode was, and I found it quite funny, I talked to you about it, and it was like a parody really. Apparently solicitor were writing to the farmer going, I need a photo with you with your wild boar. And farmer was sending him a picture and reading it, solicitor were like going, that's a pig, I need a picture of you. I need a picture of you with a boar. And then he sent some more pictures and he was like, those are just normal piglets. Where's the wild boar? And this fella, apparently, reportedly, never could supply any pictures of himself with his boar, but they still ended up going with story.
Well, his argument could be, it's wild. How am I going to stand and get a picture with him?
It's that wild, I can't find one. So you just think now, reading that as well, and they've said they've got all the emails trails now at Daily Mail, they've got all the paperwork, you just think that's starting not to look that pretty.
I think there's enough. You wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps coming off, keep drip feeding.
Keep
Stuff. We'll
snowballing,
see.
yeah.
We'll see.
But I think that's going to have legs. A lot of it, look, if UCAD don't open it up again, it's just going to die a death in it because it'll just die out.
Of course.
But I think I think UCAD will be under an awful lot of pressure to look again. Because it's like a murder, Johnny. Somebody said to me the other day, yeah, but it were years ago, so they should leave it. And I said, if someone killed your mum and dad, and then 10 years later they went, oh, we've got evidence now, and it were him. But he goes to church every Sunday and he's a nice kid now, so we're going to leave it.
Yeah.
But you're going to go, oh, all right, then it don't matter, yeah, that's fair enough. You're going to want to see him punished, aren't you?
Justice.
So I just think, it all hinges on UCAD. If they don't do anything, it'll just be another,
Well,
it'll just be another story that dies out.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll come up later on. But talking of UCAD, They're going to be a contender for the trophy, aren't they, this week?
For Dweebs at Week. We'll bring them back up. They are definitely 1,000,000% on for Dweebs at Week then.
Hope you enjoyed Black Eye Barber Show. Please like and subscribe, and if you've got any complaints, remember my name's Richard Poxon. Just saying. And that's Johnny Nelson.
Look at you. You're running in circles, which way will you turn?